everyone. My name is Tasneem. I'm the senior manager at 98 percentile in the HR department. And today we did a wonderful drive with XLR. It was amazing right from the very beginning, from the very first day when I got in touch with them till today. I think it was an extremely smooth journey with them. There were multiple follow-ups done by the representatives in order to check that we would be, what time we would be coming, how many people would be coming, what vehicle we would get. To that extent, they were so precise in giving all the information to us. It was extremely great to get associated with them and have a drive at XLR campus. So we are very, very happy that we got a chance to do this. Now, coming to the students, what XLR had, I think they were extremely enthusiastic. They were well prepared. They were aware of what they are coming for. I think there was some back-end preparation which they did that was commendable. They also were very confident and they were open to any kind of thing we were asking them to do. That was I think the best part. Now, I really hope we have a very, very fruitful association with each one of them and XLR in future. We are really looking forward to have many more drives like this.
Hi everyone, my name is Prachi Sharma and I'm the Senior Project Manager for IT Department at 90th percentile. So today we were here for this IT bootcamp, right, this technical drive and at XLR. So it was a great experience and I would feel that the students, they are the freshers, right, but it doesn't seem like that. So if I talk about their technical and cognitive ability, they all seems pretty good in that and that's what I felt. And I guess they have been taught pretty well at XLR, so that's how they have performed good in their aptitude and the technical tests. So I wish them all the best and it was a very great experience over here.
Hi, this is Patan, Technology Consulting Manager from 98th percentile. We visited XLR for the campus placement drive and it went very well today. Miss Ambika, Miss Pragati, everyone received us greatly here and we had a lot of enjoyable time here. The students even had great experience with us. They were interactive, they had good aptitude and all the technological skills they showed. I think they were all well, and we really appreciate their time that they spared to us, and I think we will be doing a great job. We are expecting a lot of people to be hired from them. Let's see. It was a great experience altogether.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
From entering into this cyber tower to exiting out of this tower, the XLR team has been received me with such a care and pleasure.
I am the part of this XLR since 4 months. From the third month itself, they have conducted the placement sessions from the third month itself, and this is the fourth month, and this is the 98th percentile is one of the placement drive I have attended so far, and attending to this drive is such a good experience for me. All the HRs and the team made us feel very comfortable and confident.
XLR helped me a lot, and I experienced a lot of things today. So I'm really hope to be placed in that company. I'm confident about that. Thank you.
It was big. It was enriching. It was successful. It was the grand launch of Skill Up final years. 23,000 students registered. 15,000 students watched the session. Since we know that only 35% of students are employable and 78% students miss the required practical skills like coding, aptitude, soft skills, problem solving, and more, we are here to plug the gap with our Skill Up Final Years program. The event was graced by several industry experts.
XLR, they appear to be working very, very hard on this. Probably if some of the students are impressed with this and if they want to take it up, gain the advantage for them. In fact, ultimately the ultimate goal of any student who was pursuing higher education is to land in a very good job.
It is not the definition of a screwdriver that gets you a job, but actually knowing how to use one.
Time is changing very fast, and you need to learn how to learn new things. That is very important.
This current initiative of them is a very nice step taken towards the democratization of education. As they just mentioned that this program is free of cost and is available for all.
Importance of this technology, importance of coding, importance of communication skill. Of course, they are very, very important. And on top of it, if you can really get the grip into the technology and solve the problems during our student career, then definitely it's going to add a lot of value into the portfolio.
So I'm confident that the students who got selected through this campus training program, I think that they are going to become the day one deployment itself, they are productive.
And that's not all. We are just getting started with much more to come.
Hi, I am Karthik Rannan. I am the president of the Wall Street Club of BITS Pilani Hyderabad campus. Yes, so the collaboration with XLR was an excellent one. We conducted a Power BI workshop with Advanced Excel over a span of 3 days. The workshop was almost 12 hours long in total. Mr. Karthik, who was an amazing trainer, helped the students understand the concepts deeply. I am sure that the students will be able to apply these concepts in their careers as well as their daily lives while they try to navigate the world of finance. I am happy that we will be able to close this workshop successfully on a very good note.
Hi, I am Raghunendra Singh and I am the Technical Director of the Wall Street Club at BITS Pilani Hyderabad campus. It was a great amazing conducting this workshop with XLR. The trainer, Mr. Karthik, was an excellent person where he explained in very detailed manner on how to give great insights using very complex data sets, which was very helpful for the people who are interested in the field of finance, business or analytics in general. Thank you.
I attended a workshop conducted by CSA and ACM in collaboration with XLR. So it was a machine learning workshop. We learned a lot from the course and it was a great experience attending the workshop.
The trainer was very helpful. He had a hands-on approach with his teaching and it was fabulous.
This was a great experience for me. So I would absolutely love it if XLR and its team would come again to our campus and conduct more events like this.
The journey was great. Initially, I thought that I was not proficient enough in Excel, but later I came to know there was no prerequisites for it, and then I applied for it, and it was a great course, and it started from basics and took me to a great extent.
Good evening, myself Kavya Ganatra. I am from Computer Science Association. I was the POC for this ML workshop conducted by CSA and ACM in collaboration with XLR. The experience of the workshop was really nice. The feedback from all the students was positive. They understood the concept. The workshop was also practical based with some questions. The experience with XLR was very smooth. They helped us in conducting the workshop smoothly right from the booking of the vendor and deciding the course till the distribution of certificates. In overall, this workshop was a success during our Technical Fest Atmos, and I thank XLR for being a part of it. Thank you.
So I welcome all the participants, those who have joined in. We'll take another 5 more minutes to begin. Until then, Chandana, you can play the video of Skill Up.
Okay, Nathan.
It was big. It was enriching. It was successful. It was the grand launch of Skill Up final years. 23,000 students registered. 15,000 students watched the session. Since we know that only 35% of students are employable and 78% students miss the required practical skills like coding, aptitude, soft skills, problem solving, and more, we are here to plug the gap with our Skill Up Final Years program. The event was graced by several industry experts.
XLR, they appear to be working very, very hard on this. Probably if some of the students are impressed with this and if they want to take it up, gain the advantage for them. In fact, ultimately, the ultimate goal of any student who was pursuing higher education is to land in a very good job.
It is not the definition of a screwdriver that gets you a job, but actually knowing how to use one.
Time is changing very fast, and you need to learn how to learn new things. That is very important.
This current initiative of them is a very nice step taken towards the democratization of education. As they just mentioned that this program is free of cost and is available for all.
Importance of this technology, importance of coding, importance of communication skill. Of course, they are very, very important. And on top of it, if you can really get the grip into the technology and solve the problems during your student career, then definitely it's going to add a lot of value into the portfolio.
So I'm confident that the students who got selected through this campus training program, I think they are going to become the day one deployment itself, they are productive.
And that's not all. We are just getting started with much more to come.
So a warm welcome to all the participants who are present for today's Skill Up Final Years, the launch for verbal ability training. So today we have gathered to acknowledge the paramount importance of verbal ability in shaping in our professional work. With the commencement of this module, we embark on a journey to enhance our communication skills, a journey that promises to enrich our lives and open doors to countless opportunities. So before we could start, let's take a moment to reflect on the remarkable journey of Skill Up Final Years. And it is our privilege to have you all for today's session. So just give me a minute. So this is a Skill Up Final Years, a brief overview for all of you. Wherein a little story behind Skill Up Final Years is we actually came up with this program to enhance and ensure that the final year students are employable and they are made job ready. So wherein we have largely connected with the colleges, the top tier colleges, and the corporate companies, wherein we have understood the gaps the final year engineers face, especially during an interview. So wherein we have crafted this entire campus recruitment training in such a way that the students would learn 5 subjects, that is quantitative aptitude, logical reasoning, verbal ability, programming skills, all of these under the campus recruitment training, which is absolutely free. As they are learning this, they would also get to do a lot of assessments, evaluation. There would be a lot of quiz, multi-unit tests, subject-wise tests, which I would be discussing a little later. And through these, they would get shortlisted for the placement assistance, which is again free. And followed by it would have the shortlisted students will undergo a lot of on-campus and off-campus interview, which will be, that is placement assistance will be through XLR. So this is just a brief of Skill Up Final Years program, wherein you would get to know a lot more about Skill Up Final Years, that is the last events which had happened on quantitative aptitude, logical reasoning. A couple of students, I mean, majority of the students who participated in this training program have also been very successful in their subject-wise tests. So we are going to discuss, and we have a lot of guests who are today present, who would help us and giving us more insights in terms of the program and the interview point of view. So I would also, I mean, we would gradually come up to those too. So this is something, as I was talking about, it is Skill Up so far, wherein we had launched this program on 8th of Jan on quantitative aptitude. We just completed phase 1, wherein we had a lot of topics to start with: ratio and proportion, averages, and many such topics which we covered. Students also underwent a lot of quizzes and unit tests under this. And the phase 2 would be starting very soon. I'll let you know about the date too. Followed by it, we had the coding skills parallelly on Jan 13, which was only during the weekends, that is on Saturday and Sunday from 10:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. All our other programs like quantitative aptitude, verbal ability, logical reasoning, soft skills all happen on from Monday to Friday from 6:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. So this is the timing which is exclusively for the students to learn, enhance their skills on these 5 subjects and make them job ready, so that we do a lot of practice test papers and company specific papers, which is discussed during the session. So gradually, we also launched on Jan 29th, the logical reasoning, which has come to an end, and now the beginning of another module, which is verbal ability. So which I will be introducing to you a little later. So these were the modules which we have, I mean, where the students travel to us through these programs. And we had started our program with close to 10,000 odd engineers who are participating in this program. And this is completely online, and it is a free program where though the program was exclusively crafted for final year engineering students, we had participants and students attending from different streams also. So we welcome them, and even they are undergoing this program. And as this program is exclusively crafted for final year engineering students, only the final year engineering students are undergoing the placement assistance, as that will be the part of this program. So many more exciting rewards and recognitions are also part of this program, which is a motivational factor for all the students who would be attending this Skill Up final years program. So regarding it also, I would be discussing gradually. So now, as I said, that we have come to an end of the logical reasoning. So the students have largely participated. Close to we had seen 800 plus students who had taken up the logical reasoning, and there were many who had scored 50 out of 50 in their logical reasoning. And we have taken the top performers who had their consistency in the attendance, and so thereby they have been, I mean, we are presenting them. So this happened on 17th of Feb, that is last Saturday. So here are the toppers who did it really good in the logical reasoning. So my best wishes to all the participants who really did well, and though they have really done well, so we are here to choose the top performers from various colleges, if you could see. So big congrats to all those who have been the toppers: Ravindra Kumar, Ramesh Babu, Seelam Vijay Babu, Ashish Narayana, Preeti, and Janani, and Shail Reshma. And we also have Mr. Mega. So all of these participants, I would really be happy to congratulate them. So a big congrats to all of you. So there are a few more participants whom I would like to list out to: Namita, Hanok, Mohammad Zaid, Mohammad Azam, Mama Reddy Taruni, Niharika, Ramya, Likita, and we have Prasad and Satish. All of these again. So I would again like to cheer them. Congrats to all of you again. So having announced all the logical reasoning winners, so we are very much awaited to start with the verbal ability module launch, which is today. So let's cheer again, welcome that. And I would request all the participants, as you have been regularly attending the classes on quantitative aptitude and logical reasoning, I would be very, happy and delighted to see you all again and be the winners too there on the verbal ability modules too. So let's come up to that. So yeah, before that, so all those winners of the logical reasoning, you, as we had discussed earlier, so you have the exciting part here, which is the surprise gifts. So I would like to say that all the participants, those who have won, will be getting gift vouchers of rupees 1,000, which is up to 1,000, and which you would be very soon getting it through mail. And so all the participants whom I had showcased some time ago would be getting a gift voucher of rupees 1,000. Okay. So now let's wait for the much awaited one, that is the verbal ability launch. So here we go. So we welcome that again with a big round of applause. So again, through this program, I'm expecting a lot of participants to join in and win a lot of prizes, gift vouchers, and yes, of course, use this aspect of learning to improvise your communication skill and the verbal ability, especially in terms of where the essential learning which helps you in bridging those gaps in communication skill, especially the sentence structure or the grammar aspects in it. And then where we most of the time we see that the programming skills are really stronger, like many participants have seen, is programming skills, yeah, they're really good at. But when it comes to the interview, they lack in the communication skill or the grammatical. So here, through this learning, we are going to strengthen your the grammar potential, as well structuring in those sentences, your communication skill. And again, we are going to extend this also with another module, which I would also be letting you know soon. So here, I believe that there are participants who have been jointly, there are a lot of participants who are constantly, engaged through a lot of activities, wherein through our WhatsApp channel who have joined in, getting more information about XLR, about our training program, Skill Up Final Year program. And we also have seen or experienced in our life, there are a lot of interviews getting failed, or there is something, some aspect of it gets missed out while we are connecting with our interviewers and all. So, and on those lines, we had shared constantly a couple of videos. So I believe you all would have seen this. And were you able to find out the mistakes or the errors which you were? So if not, I'll just play it once again. Probably you can try to recall and then let me know.
So tell me about yourself.
Myself Shalini. I have done my graduation from SRM University, Chennai.
Next. Where are you originally from?
I was born and brought up in Chennai.
Next. How are you going to add value to our organization?
I'll try my level best.
Next. Do you have any previous assignments to showcase?
I will.
Okay, next. Please finish your assignments within an hour.
Sure, I'll reach you out once I'm done.
Okay, next.
Okay, so we all are now today where we have seen the video again. And were you able to connect the errors or the mistakes which you found that, yes, this is somewhere I lack in, or this is something, or have you at least, after seeing this video, were you able to try to correct those sentences? I see somebody has raised their hand. And Chandana, if you could unmute the person, then let me see if one or two will be able to answer right. Yeah, Nagendra Babu has raised his hand. Nagendra Babu? Chandana, are they able to unmute them?
Yeah, I gave access. They can
Okay. So if anybody has answers, or after watching this video, which had come through your WhatsApp channel or WhatsApp thing, could you please let me know what was the error which you found in this video, or something which they lagged in, the interviewee lagged in. You can also use the chat window. No answer? Okay, well, if there is no answer, I think somebody is trying to speak. Okay. I think if there are no answers, let me give you the answer. I think the first one, it is like, hi, I'm Shalini. I've recently graduated in BTech from SRM University in Chennai is the right answer. And whenever there is a question like, you're from which place or where you come from, I was born and brought up, which is again wrong. So it is, I was born and raised in Chennai. Chandana, now you can mute everybody.
Okay.
Or there was one more question, like I will contribute to the role to the best of my abilities and provide value to the organization, where the interview said something, yeah, let me try my best, right? So all of these are some of the flaws which we tend to make during our interviews. So this platform, which is being created by XLR under Skill Up Final Year, will definitely help you out in finding out those errors which you have already uttered at the interview, and where you will be able to correct it and again enhance your skills on those aspects. Okay. So here on this, when I'm insisting on all of these lines, so I would request, I would inviting our guest speakers for today.
Nitya, please unmute yourself.
Yeah. Okay. So we also found that similarly, not only through the messages which we send this video, like people started responding to us saying that, yeah, there are so many errors. But we also recently had a few posts in the social media wherein we found that students were able to answer these questions. Like we had simple sentences, which is with the choices we had given. I haven't eaten an apple with from, for, since, until. And the answers were also given. I mean, answers are given here now. Wherein we had this contest had on the social media, and we found that many of them answered it right. So we have a few winners through it also. So even those winners, I would like to congratulate. And then we will move forward to invite our guests on board. So here are the winners through social media whom we have found, who answered all 3 days the right answer. The answers were given correctly. So they are Sai Kumar, Sachin, Anil Kumar, Yadav, Akbar Hussain, who gave the Krish, and Amulya, who gave the right answer. And For them, we would want to give cheer them well. So we are going to cheer them with a Amazon gift voucher. So this would reach them very soon, that is by tomorrow. And this is something we use this platform again to congratulate them for their efforts in answering the questions which was played earlier. And it was super good in answering. So thanks for all your efforts which you have put in, Sai Kumar, Sachin, Anil, Yadav, Akbar Hussain, Krish, and Amulya. Okay, so just a minute ago, I was talking about the video which spoke of the interview errors. And so we have a few of our dignitaries who have come from academia and also from companies. So today they would help us in understanding how beneficial this program is going to play in your career, and as well what are the challenges as in a student you would be able to see in your journey when you are about to reach your career. So all of these, so let's understand a little more and see what all we would get to see or get to hear from our dignitaries. So let me give them a warm welcome. So here I would like to welcome Mr. Dr. Jayesh L. Minas, who is from the academia, from Singer Institutes, who has done his PhD in mechanical engineering from Australia and MS mechanical engineering from USA. So he's a dean and central placement cell of Singer Institutes. So my hearty welcome to you, sir.
Thank you, Nitya ma'am. And first and foremost, a big thank you to XLR for this opportunity you've given to me to come and speak with the students. Students, my name is Jayesh. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to speak a little bit on verbal ability. If you ask me, so I graduated around 22 years ago. Then hiring was never skill-based. So as long as you're a graduate engineer, you would be hired on a salary and then you'll have to prove yourself. Today's world is of skill-based hiring. If your skills are exemplary, you can expect packages going up to 50 lakhs per annum. If your skills are average, you can expect a package of maybe 5 to 7 lakhs. Most importantly, if you do not have any skills, then you do not have a job. And you have 4 years of engineering, to take care of the skill development. Now, when it comes to skill development, I was checking out the video shared on this platform previously, and students were only talking about artificial intelligence, machine learning, IoT, cyber security, so on and so forth. Believe me, the two most important skills for any engineering graduate or a business administration graduates are verbal ability, which includes your communication skill, and your personality, which includes your life skills, of course. You cannot teach anyone to be concerned, to be empathetic for someone. You cannot teach someone to hold the door and then say thank you when, someone has held the door for you. You cannot teach someone to be curious. You cannot teach someone to be polite. In one of the videos, it was showcased how a student was seated for an interview. The body language matters a lot. Now, I'm thankful to XLR that you are giving importance to verbal ability, and I'm going to speak on that today. Just to give you a brief insight, students, your soft skills, your communication skills, your domain knowledge, the application of your domain knowledge is going to be vital for your success. You're not doing a favor to anyone if you ask me. You're doing a favor to yourself. You want to graduate, you want to either go for higher study abroad, or you want to do an MTech here, or you want to get placed. Now, most of you sit for placements. If you want to be placed in a company which is going to be a platform for you to express, to grow, for you to learn, and for you to benefit out of it, and of course, get good salaries or CTCs, you will have to work hard. You will have to imbibe knowledge into yourself. You would have to apply that knowledge. And once you apply that knowledge, it becomes a skill. When you apply that skill, it kind of showcases your ability. So it's a world of KSA, knowledge, skill, and ability. Of course, in knowledge, your domain matters. Of course, internships do matter. Of course, trainings on Coursera or through XLR wouldn't matter, but applying those in your day-to-day living. Whenever I meet the recruiters, I've been doing this for 17 years. The biggest problem that they have is students would say that I have applied deep learning on a big data set. But what is the real world problem to which they applied? Was the solution cost effective? Was the loop efficient enough? Was it optimized? The students have no answers for any illustrations on that. So that is very, very critical, my friends. And if you invest possibly half an hour every day from your life for your development, and you make a timetable in which you have allotted this half an hour, you will benefit a lot. You will not only be placed, but you will also get a better placement. Okay. So now coming to verbal ability. Let's say you know everything about artificial intelligence, but what if you cannot communicate about it? What if you can communicate about it, but you think you can communicate, and the person who is listening to you is not able to understand anything? There is no point being in that world. I always tell my students here at Sinhagat, there's no point having ideas in your head if you cannot speak about them. There's no point if you cannot listen to what people have to say. There's no point if you're not able to write about your ideas. Whenever I teach mechatronics to my students, I just see them listening to me. Very few write. Back in school, in the good old days, you were good at writing. You were good at reading. You were good at listening. You were good at speaking because it was taken seriously. Suddenly, you migrated to a degree program where you thought it is all about the skills in the hand and how you can apply them. Yes, it is important, but it is also equally important if you can speak about all these ideas politely, if you can listen to what others have to say, if you keep on reading. So verbal ability, my friends, is very, very important. You will find recruiters who will come and tell you that domain knowledge, we can teach you that in 7 days. Go get trained, do a certification of, let's say, MuleSoft for a developer, or do machine learning engineer from, let's say, Google or Microsoft or Amazon, do Japanese language, whatever. But verbal ability and in that communication cannot be done in 5 to 7 days. Yes, it can be trained in, so you can be trained, but unless and until you practice, things are not going to work out for you. To give you a small example, in the world of homonyms, when people say taste and they say test, these are two different things. But sometimes people say taste and they mean TEST, and then they have lost it over there. Because end of the day, your recruiter wants that belief that yes, you have the shoulders to carry the burden of the company on the shoulders. And when you meet a client for, let's say, maybe from some Scottish industry, or you meet a client from UK, or you meet a client from Australia or the US, you have the capabilities to communicate. You have the verbal ability to make sure that the proposal is submitted and you understand what they have to say. And that is the need of today. It's not just the need for an interview, but after the interview, when you get selected and when you join the company, then your verbal ability plays a very, very important role. Not just to share your ideas and to express, but for that social interaction. Why social interaction? Because when you work in an organization, people from different religions, different upbringings, different cultures, different education backgrounds come together. The accent is different. I was away for 13 years. I was in Australia for a long time. I was in the US for a long time. I've been in Asian countries, and everywhere people, even if they speak English, the accent is going to be different, or the words that they use. Let's say in the US, they use miles. In India, we use kilometers. In US, they use gallons. In India, we say liters. So there's a big gap over there. Luckily, you're in the world of smartphones. You're in the world where people from XLR and there are similar organizations who are doing a wonderful job to get you trained because they believe there's a gap. You also believe there's a gap, but their training alone will not help you. You will have to practice. So if you ask me, what you should start doing is every day give time for communication. In your college, I'm sure there are lots of cultural fests, technical fests that get conducted. Participate in them. Participate in debates. Prepare posters. Prepare conference or journal publications from your research work. Present it somewhere. Participate in quiz competitions. Even in cultural events, you can participate in those events where you stand in front of 3,000 people and you want to be crowned the Mr. Fashion show, Mr. for your team, or the Miss Fashion show in your college. That will help you build the confidence that whatever you've been taught, you're able to apply it. So every day give time to read. Every day give time to write. Every day give time to use the words that you have learned. I'm sure you have that Oxford dictionary, but if you do not learn 5 words every day on average and you do not apply them in your day-to-day living, then it's not going to help you. Similarly, if you do not read, how would you know where the world is moving? We are in the world of uh, different case studies. For example, XLR has their own case studies. You go a bit higher, there is World Economic Forum, which keeps on offering lots of case studies for different countries in terms of what are the latest technologies, how the country can grow. You can go and check out NASCOM. You can check out India Brand Equity Foundation, which is a platform of Ministry of Commerce. There, they have case studies from Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade. They talk a lot about where the market is moving, what are the technologies, what are the expectations from the fresh graduates. And once you do that, once you read, you will not only improve your reading, you will not only improve your vocab, but you will also get to know where the world is moving and how you need to change yourself. Similarly, you need to be an active listener. Our generation is such where we love to speak, but people also have ideas. They are also special and unique in their ideas. We need to be an active listener. You look at the great Mahendra Singh Dhoni, who was the captain of the team. He led our Indian team, but he was a good listener. He would listen to his team members. So tomorrow, if you want to be a team man and thereafter you want to be a leader, you need to be a listener, my friends. And all this can only happen if you give a serious thought to all these abilities. And if you do not give a serious thought to it, then maybe you will have all the certificates in technology, but if your verbal ability is poor, you will not be able to express yourself. You might go wrong with your expressions. Your chances of getting hired, even after those good academic scores, certifications, the chances of getting hired would be lesser. Maybe you'll get hired, but after that, maintaining your job will be an issue. So please take verbal ability very, very seriously. And like I said, in your timetable, please give half an hour every day to practice verbal ability. Practice homonyms, words that sound similar. Practice listening, practice reading, practice writing, practice, writing answers to questions which are complicated, and so on and so forth. So to summarize, verbal ability, if you ask me, very, very critical. If you are able to do justice to it, you will have a better life, not just in your first job, but all your jobs moving ahead. And like I said, you have a smartphone. Once you get trained on, let's say, speaking skills, record yourself. Like one of the questions that was asked in the interview was, tell me something about yourself. Why not record? Because when you record, when you speak to a camera, it's not just the speech the coming out of your mouth, but it is also the facial expressions that get recorded. Whether you are smiling or you show a grumpy face, do your eyes express or not, all that is going to be captured. And when you see that for yourself, you will know where you have to improve. You don't need a mirror. Your smartphone camera is the mirror in today's world. And don't even think of recording, tell me something about yourself. It could be your dream. It could be your desires. It could be something from your life that you want to share. It could be a YouTube channel. It could be a reel, could be anything. This is what you will have to do, and then future would be better. Last but not the least, please understand, none of us are perfect with our verbal ability. We all have to keep working on that ability, because every day the person who sits in front of us is going to change. So the verbal ability expectations are going to keep changing every day. So we have to keep on updating ourselves every day. This is not a practice to be done only until till you graduate, till you retire from your professional life. You keep on continuing with verbal ability for the professional world. Thereafter, maybe if you become more serious about your social life, then practice verbal ability for social life. And on that note, I forgot one thing to add. I've seen today's generation confusing verbal ability when they are in a pub, in a club, in a social environment, having a cup of coffee with their friends, on a field of sport. It is different over there. In the professional world, the verbal ability expectations are different. Please understand the difference, use the correct words, and future will be better. With this, I thank you. I don't know if we can take any questions, but if we can, I'll be more than happy to answer them. Thank you.
So thank you, sir, with all your lovely words. In fact, giving them a lot more insights on verbal ability and all the secrets which we had kept it for their learning in terms of topics also were discussed and were told, and making them a little more, towards this learning. So that was really nice, sir, hearing from you. Just on a quick note, I would like to call upon our Associate Director, Mr. Amit Saha, to add a few lines to what Jayesh said and to enhance this.
Thank you so much, Nitya. Very good evening to all the participants and, of course, the dignified guests, especially Dr. Jayesh. Thank you so much. In fact, I was actually very patiently listening through, and as you rightly said, that there was a time when probably these were inculcated as part and parcel of our daily life, but over a period of time, it has undergone certain complacencies, or maybe taken for granted, and the focus has shifted to somewhere else. And a very important point what you mentioned is that we always say that we can you know in our first launch of our this skill up program, the CEO of Telangana Academy for Skill and Knowledge Task, Mr. Sinha, mentioned about something that you can always tell what a screwdriver can do, but it is you who have to practice to make it into an a use. One cannot always handhold you to make each and every feature of that use. And you said something which is more that it has to be something which has to be participative. Otherwise, it is not a pill or a shortcut that over a period of 30 hours, it doesn't work like a magic wand. Even the magicians who use a magic wand, we need to understand the amount of effort and practice that the person would have undergone and the amount of failure curve they have gone through, basis on which on a stage, what we see is basically the final outcome. So similarly, whatever we bring on table on the coming maybe another next couple of weeks or 2 to 3 weeks time, it's basically it's more of a the tip of the iceberg. We need to, all the learners, please do understand that these are, we can always, every other trainer can give you the tricks of the trade, can give you the correct roadmap, then can provide you with identifying that what are the good practices rather than just the practices. But end of the day, it is all of you. You have to utilize this platform. You have to utilize the practice modules. You have to go back and, as Dr. Jay said some time back, have the ability to start practicing about the speaking. We say that mirror is the best bouncing board. Nobody will, mirror is something which will never lie to you. And you are the best person to understand that where you stand, rather than depending on some other external factors. So to sum it up, it was really, very insightful, inputs that I would say, and definitely would like to stay more connected with you. And the session is going on, moving in the right direction. Uh, Participants, learners, my only urge is that we have taken a lot of efforts to bring together, rather join together a lot of things in this particular module, which of course I think there is some more yet to come, which Nitya will discuss. But those of you who had already been a part of this particular journey, I'm pretty sure you are enjoying. And those of you who are yet to be a part of it, please don't wait. There are a lot of opportunities out there, but then you have to grab it. It is not about good, bad, ugly. You have to, until and unless you explore the field, if until and unless you are inquisitive about it, you will never be able to understand or make the differentiation that whether it is good, bad, or ugly. So, on that note, I again welcome all of you on board once more. Wish you a great, great journey with XLR on this particular event and on this particular activity of Skill Up. And all the best to all of you for the coming days. Nitya, over to you, please.
Thank you, Amit. Thank you for those energizing words from you and Jayesh. And as we have heard it from our academician, Mr. Jayesh, and now let us hear a little from our industry expert, from our hiring, that is from the recruitment end also. So I would like to call upon Mr. Mahesh. Just a minute. So we have Mr. Mahesh, who is a HR from POL Technologies, who has his MBA, and he's a TA lead with 6 years of experience at POL. So over to you, Mr. Mahesh, and a warm welcome for today's session.
Wow. Good evening, Nitya. I hope my audio is audible.
Yes, very much you're audible.
I'm sorry. First of all, I'd like to sorry because I'm not able to turn on my video. There's some network disturbance. So I'll have to continue without the video. Yeah. So good evening, everyone. First of all, I'd like to thank XLR for inviting me, and it's a great initiative from you guys. So as Nitya, likely told, I've been working with Pure for the past 6 years, and I'm the part of talent acquisition team as well. So I'll give you a bit brief about what Pure does first. So basically, we are into development. We are a development organization. We take up development projects, and we deliver development projects to our customers. We have customers across the world, and we have delivered more than 450 implementation projects. And we are also a part of Asia's biggest SAP implementation, which was for the government of Andhra Pradesh as well. So what I would as Mr. Jayesh was likely telling about the work, communication, verbal part. So it is true because it is not only keeping you to yourself there. Because as a hiring, a manager, I see myself because I've seen a lot of people, though they know the technology well, though they learn everything, they'll not be able to open up about the technology when the trainer asks them. So they might also, end up in getting out of the system also, even though they know the technology well, and they are good, they are doing good. But it is not about keeping it to yourself. You have to open up. And this again, the same goes with interviews also. As I was seeing the video, what XLR had played, I was getting memories of my interview taking process because as if I ask them a question, all the answers that most of the answers that I get are a one word answer or a one liner answer. So please try to avoid those things. Please, and don't try to give a bookish answer as well. Okay, don't mug up anything. Understand the concepts. And that's the first and foremost concept. Understand the concepts and try to answer it in your own ways. And if someone asks you a question, let's say, I hope all of you are from computer science background. I'm just taking the computer science concept as an example. If someone asks you like what is a constructor, instead of telling what is a constructor, you have to define what is a constructor first, right? And what is the functionality and when it is called, during what time it is called, and what exactly it does and which are the languages which support constructor and what are the types of constructors that you have till until or unless the interviewer asks you to stop about the concept, you have to try to give an answer. Don't limit yourself for one line or one word answer. This is what I've seen in most of the people nowadays. And like when it comes to IT industries, especially, I'm talking about especially. So what I found is all of you are going on to a shortcut method, right? When I say, for example, if I ask you guys to find the length of a string, so what I have observed in the past is all of them simply call a built-in function which is dot length or strlen in that case. See, that is some companies do allow you to use the built-in methods, but some companies don't. They want you to, write your own logics to find the length of the string. That means you have to write loop, you have to write your exception handling method, whatever it is necessary for that particular code. Okay, this is the most important. That is because some companies which allow you to write with using built-in functions, but you end up writing without using built-in function, that will make a great impact. That will make a huge impact on your interview process as well, right? And what I would suggest is it is not about memorizing this, as it is not about memorizing. Please practice anything. If it is programming, anything in that case, write it down, make notes of it. If you just theoretically, memorize all the concepts, in some point of time, you will forget that. That will just vanish from your mind. But if you, write, practice programs, take a basic programs and start practicing the programs. It is not about memorize. You cannot memorize the code at all. If you have that approach of learning programming, please exclude that approach, because you can never ever memorize any given code until and unless you go and you type in, you actually practice programs. You can never ever be good at programs. So please start practicing programs. Write down this. That's the most important thing, right? And when it comes to the concepts in the real world, in the oops concepts. When I tell oops concepts, I mean most of you all of you all should know oops concepts. That is because you go into any role, be it any role into IT. Oops is a very most important concept because oops is adapted in all the lines, all the technology. Oops is adapted. So please be prepared on oops, learn oops, concepts of oops, and try to implement. I try to learn how do you implement oops concepts in the programming part. This will, really, really fetch you a good job. Okay, and yeah. So as I told you, the verbal communication is the most important thing, and the other one is what which I wanted to tell you guys is the attire ways. Whether it's a virtual interview or a offline interview, please don't go in formals. Casuals at all. Please don't. Follow going in a formal attire with a clean shave, a clean haircut. A formal. Carry your resume, not online, not in phone. Carry a hard copy of your resume when you go to the interview, and please make sure that you reach the venue before time. It is not about you reaching late for the interview. That will not do good. First impression is the best impression data. So please don't go late for any kind of interviews, whether it's virtual, offline, anything. Please be in a formal attire. Speak boldly. Speak boldly. In interviews, you might be asked tricky questions. That time, don't get confused. If you know the concept, you will never be confused, right? So learn the concepts, practice the concepts, and whenever you're going for an interview, be prepared for the interview. And what I wanted to lastly add up is, whenever you're going for a company's interview, please know what the company is, right? Before you apply for any kind of company, understand what that company does, basics about the company. What is that company all about? What are the technologies that they use, and what is the kind of business that they do, right? And one more most important thing is, please try to know the rounds of interview. Please blankly don't go for any kind of interview. Know the rounds of interview. What are the rounds of interview? And if you are lucky enough, try to get information about what kind of questions you might expect from the interview. That will make 50% of your work easy because you already know what are the rounds of interview and what kind of questions, because no company is going to ask you same questions again and again, right? But there would be the same approach. So know the approach, what kind of questions and what are the rounds of interview that you are going to undergo. So it will make your work easy, right? Yeah. So I think I'm done, guys. If you have any kind of questions, you can feel free to ask.
So anybody has any questions for Mahesh? You can just ping in the chat window.
It can be regarding to any interview process or anything about the current market. And one last thing I wanted to add, Nitya, I'm sorry. So guys, and the current hiring process is very low. Please don't ignore any kind of opportunities that you get, right? Because the hiring right now is very, very, very low, very critical as well. So please don't miss any kind of opportunities that you get. Sorry, yeah, over to you.
So thank you so much for those words on the recruitment process and the challenges which the students will face during their interviews, and for you giving those tips, and especially from Mr. Jayesh, Amit, and Mahesh, what I've constantly heard and listened to those words were practice. So practice is something which is very, very important, and it is crucial for all of us. And I would also add to this that learning is very, very important. Why? Because see, it is learning, and yeah, in connection to it, I would say that upskilling yourself. So it doesn't end. Whether you are a student, you need to. Whether you are working as a manager, yes, of course, you need to enhance, upskill your knowledge in terms of those. And also, as Mr. Jayesh raised the line very strongly, he said that it is not that all about your technical skills. It is that how you present it to your people around. Okay, so it is for that. It is very, very important is your communication skill. So to the basics of it is very important, because if the roots are stronger, then whatever you need to convey to the other person, it will be even more easier. So therefore, I would like to, if somebody has any question, do let me know, or else we'll proceed with the other points. Bhagya, do you have any question? I've seen, I mean, your hand is raised. Okay, so if no questions, please lower your hands so that we'll proceed forward. So with these learnings and the insights which was shared by Mr. Jayesh, Mahesh, and Mr. Amit, so let us move on to the verbal ability. So what at XLR, that is, how are we going to support you, and what is that you are going to master in the verbal ability is what I would like to present it. So we are having a list of topics which we are going to cover in the next 15 days or the next 3 weeks, I would say, which will happen from Monday to Friday from 6:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. So the top essential topics is what I showcased here, and you're going to learn many more. To start with is parts of speech. So you would have sessions on parts of speech, word formation, synonyms and antonyms, and reading comprehension. All these we would have learned in our schools, colleges. I mean, currently also you would be learning it, wherein I would say that I would give a little emphasis on these topics, because if at all, if these are the primary, I mean, what to say, the skills which you need to develop, if at all, if you are not able to develop at this stage, then again, as you are very close to your career, or when you are into your career with a very good team and with a when you are onto a project, then you would lack in these skills, and that might lead to a lot of challenges in your workspace. So take up this opportunity in enhancing or in mastering these skills. so that you would be able to make the best use of it through our learning. So as I said, it is like jumbled words, parajumbles, and all of these topics which we have picked up are from the point of view which an interviewer would actually look at. As you see that there are a lot of verbal ability or verbal aptitude also which is being conducted at various companies like TCS, or it is Infosys, Microsoft, Google, and various other top companies. So when you are attempting these tests, that is verbal aptitude or verbal ability test, and if in case if you are not performing, though your scores are really good in programming skills or quantitative aptitude, logical reasoning, then again you might not go for the further round. That is followed by this would be next your listening test for listening skill or the speaking ability, wherein you would have group discussions and all. Then you might not be able to do it well. So make the best use of this session, the learnings under verbal ability, wherein we will also learn a lot under verbal ability. Like I would say that as we started with quantitative aptitude, we had close to 22 topics. So that we had divided into two phases. So phase 1 is over and we have the phase 2 coming up after the soft skills. So verbal ability has around close to 22 topics, and we will have 35 plus hours of learning. And it is going to start today with the, that is very soon I would be introducing you to the trainer, and he would talk about the topics under verbal ability. And this verbal ability will be ending on 8th of March, wherein during this period from 19th Feb to 8th March, we would have a lot of quiz to assess you, unit test, multi-unit test, subject-wise tests. So these subject-wise tests are very, very important for you to get into the placement, if at all, if you are a final year engineering student. If you're not a final year engineering student, still you would be able to attend or take up the test on quiz, unit test, multi-unit test, and you can reflect on your learnings. You can see that how you were and to what level have you improvised on. All these you will be able to figure out. And again, you can connect back to the trainers or to us. The point of contact would be me or the coordinator for the session, and you can understand, like say for example, if you would want to practice a lot of practice test papers under this module, we also have the platform, like through the LMS is what your learning happens, right? So we upload a lot of questions there. This again will help you in enhancing that ability and make and strengthen your skills on verbal ability section. So there are a lot more activities which are happening under the skill of final years. So please stay tuned, undergo this training, and it is because it's absolutely free, nowhere charges. And if at all, if you're a final year engineering student, you're also going to benefit out of the placement, where the placement assistance is being provided by Excella. So just join, register, and make the best use of it. Okay. So these are few activities which we are constantly doing it for, like followed by verbal ability. We'll have soft skills on 11th March. After 11th March, we'll have the quantitative aptitude phase 2. Once we are done with all of these, we will have the subject-wise tests conducted as per the dates listed here. And then we will start with the placement. So next is which I would like to say and speak about that. So once after all of these modules are completed, what's next? Next would be on the placement. So we would shortlist the students for the free placement assistance. So how do we do that? Is firstly, we see that if the students are somebody who is joined, first criteria is you need to register for this program, take up this program, and you have to have a good amount of attendance. That is, consistently you need to be attending this program and should have covered all of these modules. So first criteria is your 60% aggregate in your 10th, 12th engineering, and your performance at skill of final years is very, very important. So through your performance at skill of final year, you would get into the next level. What is that next level? It is the final assessment test. This is the only test which will help you to get shortlisted for the free placement assistant. So if you would perform really well in the free placement, this final assessment test, then further you will move on to the placement assistance, wherein you would have to score minimum of 75% in this final assessment test, and you would be put across to the recruitment team, wherein we have strong connect with 5,000 plus hiring partners, and followed by it, you would parallelly, you would also do a lot of resume building, LinkedIn profile optimization, and also we would conduct a lot of preparation on giving a mock interviews, and all of these will side by side happen with once you are getting shortlisted. After this is what you are getting into the opportunities which are available in the market, and you would be put across to the companies. So this is the entire process which will help you in reaching your career. Okay, so for the free placement assistance, the first criteria is you need to register, enroll for this program, and you need to be a final year engineering student to take up the free placement assistance. Okay, somebody who would want to enhance skills and he or she is not a final year engineering student, yes, you are allowed to take up the Skill Up final year program, wherein you can learn the subjects which I mentioned. But for free placement assistance, it is only the final year engineering student with a criteria of 60% aggregate in your 10th, 12th and engineering, and your performance at Skill Up final year with your attendance to be 60% and above. Okay, if you fall into this criteria, then you can experience this free placement assistance. Okay, moving forward. So yeah, I have already reiterate. Let me reiterate the criteria. Criteria is very simple. We do not give a job guarantee. It is a placement assistance for the final year engineering student, and placement assistance is somebody who will be successful in all of these rounds will be given the placement assistance. Okay, so this is very, very important, and we don't, so again, it is we don't guarantee placements, we only assist. Okay. All right. So what are the other benefits out of this Skill Up final year? Okay, I register for this program. If I'm a final year engineering student, I will get placement. If I'm not a final year engineering student, I would get the, I would master the skills. So other than that, there are a lot more. That is, firstly, the moment you register, you will get complete access to the LMS for your programs. Not only to the Skill Up final year, you would also be able to explore the other programs which are under XLR. So this is one thing. And out of this LMS access, you would be able to, whatever program you're undergoing, the study materials, in the form of PDF, videos, documents, everything would be there uploaded, and you can use it largely. Practice test papers are there. Company specific questions are there, like suppose if it is Infosys, what kind of questions, which year it has appeared, all of these we are uploading it so that you would be able to experience it, learn it, practice it. So again, that practice is, we are also giving that practice test through this. So make the best use of it. And assessments, yes, assessments is something which I listed earlier, wherein you will have after every topic, there will be a topic test, followed by it will be a subject test. Like you will have the unit test, multi-unit test, then the subject test, and finally a final length test. Okay, so all of these assessments will help you to reflect on your learnings and see where are the gaps. Again, improvise on those gaps. So this is a continuous process, it doesn't end. So you need to practice, learn, again see if at all if there are some challenges, improvise on it. So once after doing all of these, you are being given with a certificate, that is a participation and a completion certificate, which you will get it from iHub Divya Sampark, which is a joint initiative of Government of India, Department of Science and Technology, and IIT Roorkee. So this will be a certificate which you would be getting once you have gone through this and successfully completed this program. Okay, then we have recognized the participants who have wonderfully done and scored out in their logical reasoning. So we had so similarly we are for every topic, every subject which we are announcing here under Skill Up final year, will be the participants who are really doing well will be recognized through a lot of cash prizes, gift prizes, surprise gifts, and many more. Okay, so here Through this program, we are choosing the top 125 plus students who are really doing well in the all the subjects. So they should be really good at performing in all the subjects. And for those who are performing really good in their final length test, that is, who are falling into the placement assistance and doing really good, will be rewarded with cash rewards, where the first prize will be 10,000, second prize 5,000, and third prize is 3,000. So these are some aspects which XLR, it is an XLR's initiative to recognize those participants who are really doing well, consistently attending in their being regular to their classes, understanding and really doing well in their exams, or I mean the test will be rewarded. Okay, so as I told you earlier, now it is time for us to register. So for all those participants who are our students, not necessary to register, as you are doing wonderfully well, and we see constantly you getting engaged through the YouTube and the Zoom link and attending the classes. So a big round of applause for all those participants who are already a student of Skill Up final year program. So for those who are not participant of a Skill Up final year program, it is the it will be the right thing wherein you can join into the Skill Up final year program, wherein you can strengthen your skills, especially in verbal ability, quantitative aptitude, logical reasoning, and programming skills, which happens from 10:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday, and many more to come under the Skill Up final year. So just be a part of it, enhance your skill, make the best use of it for your career, and so that it really strengthens in shaping your career, and it is easy for you to crack the job interviews. Okay. So I would also parallelly request Chandana to share the registration link in the chat window. So for all those participants who are not who are not students of Skill Up final year, can use the QR code. As well, you can use the registration link which is being put in the chat window. Okay, so it's time for your session. So let me introduce Mr. Tamil Chelvan, so who is today's expert in training you on the verbal ability, and so he is MA and MPhil in TEFL certified. He's an assistant professor of English and soft skills trainer who has 19 plus years of experience, and currently he's from Chennai, and his expertise is in English language, verbal training, soft skills, and he has proven track record in academia and industry. So we XLR welcomes you for today's session, Tamil Chelvan.
Thank you, ma'am. Am I audible? Can you hear me?
Yes, you are very much audible, Tamil Chelvan.
Thank you.
So over to you, Tamil Chelvan.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much for those gracious words of introduction. And also from my end, I thank all the speakers, Dr. Jayesh sir, Mr. Magesh, and Mr. Amit Saha sir, for those ideas and stressing on the importance of verbal and communication skill. And a warm welcome to all the students. A very good evening to you all. Since the speakers have already emphasized a lot on verbal and communication skill, let me give you a brief overview of today's session. As Nitya ma'am.
Sorry to interrupt, Tamil Chelvan. You can share the screen. I'll just stop it. You can share your screen.
Okay. We will start with the parts of speech and word formation. Right. Is my screen visible? Can someone confirm it on chat?
Yes, Tamil children, it is visible.
Thank you. So we'll start with parts of speech. The basic of any language learning process is the components of words and its usage. And in today's session, I'll take you through a quick presentation on what different parts of speech is and the word formation activities. And why should we focus on parts of speech when it comes to verbal training for corporates? There are two reasons. One is at times corporates have this small essay writing activity wherein students are expected to write a paragraph for about 100 to 200 words on any given topic just to check your accurate usage of grammar and your flow of ideas. This is number one. And number two, even as part of your aptitude, you will have MCQs, multiple choice question, for about 10 to 20% of all tier 1 companies do have English as part of their aptitude test. Some companies you have about 30 to 40%. So regardless of the specific companies that focus on verbal and grammar aspects, it is the primary responsibility of every aspirant, especially the final year engineering student who is about to pass out of graduation, about to get graduated and attend interviews. It is a must that we will have to focus on the basics of our both written and spoken communication. And it's time that we spent, invested the time and energy in getting things right. So with this note, let me quickly give you an overview of parts of speech. Parts of speech is not a new topic for all of us. We must have gone through it in school. Of course, in engineering semester 1 and 2, most of the engineering colleges, be it in Chennai or Tamil Nadu or in South India, and anything part of any institute part of AICTE and UGC, must have had at least 2 papers, one each in the first and second semester. So students would have had a clear understanding of parts of speech, as there are 8 parts of speech. It's noun, pronoun, verb, adjective, adverb, preposition, conjunction, and interjection. So far, we would have learned what definitions we are very much thorough with. What is a noun? What is a pronoun? Verb, adjective, adverb, preposition, conjunction, and interjection. So it's very easy. It's self-explanatory. But what we need to focus on is certain rules that governs our usage of nouns appropriately. Different kinds of noun. Okay, so some nouns, they form plural just by adding s, and for some nouns we add es, and some nouns do not have plural form. First, let me give you an overview of the different kinds of noun. Nouns are broadly classified into 2. One is concrete, the other one is abstract. Concrete noun, as the very name suggests, refers to nouns which have physical form. We can see it, we can touch it, feel it, you can handle it. For example, all physical objects, pen, pencil, your laptop, your table, desk, everything comes under concrete noun. Abstract noun, as the name suggests, it deals with abstract things, your feelings, your emotions, which do not have a physical form. Now, with this 2 basic categorization, concrete noun is subdivided into proper, common, collective, and material, whereas abstract cannot be subdivided because they don't have physical existence in the first place. Now, in concrete noun, you have proper, common, collective, and material. Now, what are proper nouns? As the definition goes, primarily, noun refers to naming words, name of a person, place, or thing. Now, proper noun, as the name clearly suggests, refers to a particular person, place, or thing. Common noun is something generic, for example. Subject is a common noun. Technical English is, or physics, mathematics, any particular subject is a proper noun. Game or sports is a common noun. Name of a particular game, be it cricket, volleyball, football, basketball, these are proper noun. City is common. Hyderabad, Chennai is proper noun. So now you understand what is what. When I talk about rules, I will link all this. So certain rules governs common noun and certain rules, proper nouns are governed by certain specific rules. Now with this, I move on to another classification, an important classification called countable nouns and uncountable nouns, also called as count nouns, non-count nouns. Certain examples of uncount nouns are your sugar, grain, bread, some materials such as iron, cotton, wood, plastic, fiber, things which cannot be counted. They could be measured in terms of quantity, but not counted in terms of number. So accordingly, when we deal with the subject-verb agreement, you will have to recall all this. What are count nouns? So that are rules that you will have to apply, and pick and choose the correct option. If you have to correct errors, and then you will have again go back to your basic rules on count nouns and non-count nouns. Okay, so before taking you any further, let me quickly recap. Nouns are naming words. They are names of person, place, or thing. Broadly, nouns are classified into two categories. One is concrete, the other one is abstract. Concrete noun refers to all objects which has physical existence, pen, paper, notebook, your laptop, everything. And they are further classified into proper, common, collective, and material. Whereas on the other side, abstract noun cannot be further classified because they deal with emotions. And there are certain rules governing count nouns and non-count nouns. And there are specific rules for abstract noun. Mostly they don't exist in plural form. For example, you cannot have a plural form for your emotions. Joy, happy, anger, hunger. There are no plural form because they are abstract and they cannot be categorically numbered. Okay, so we'll go with very simple examples of count nouns and non-count nouns. We directly form plural by adding an S for most of the count nouns: boys, girls, computers, ideas, doors, and there are hundreds of such nouns that we use in day-to-day writing and speaking. Now we add S to pluralize most count nouns: houses, mountains, bags, teams, players, shops, etc. Okay. So we add ES to pluralize count nouns ending in double S, CH, S, SH, or X. There are examples: glasses, benches, beaches, dresses, faxes, boxes. Yes and ES. So at times you will have questions in the verbal part of picking the odd man out based on spelling, based on parts of speech, and based on grammatical rules. So you need to be aware of spelling rules as well. And we use IES to nouns ending in a consonant and Y. Baby, babies, city, cities. I quickly have to check at this point how many are quickly following. So in chat, I request some of you to add a few examples to this category. That is adding IES to nouns ending in a consonant and a Y. I have given you two examples. There are many available. Quickly in the chat, give me some examples of nouns ending in a consonant and a Y, and nouns that take IES for their plural form. Very good, Jodi. Countries, studies, good. I would appreciate if a few more could join in chat, quickly responding, so that I ensure that students are listening attentively. Only two? Countries, good, Monica. Worries. Okay, so words ending in consonant followed by a Y, worries, queries, puppies, good. Very attentive team of students. Good, thank you on that. Okay. Scooties. It's a proper noun. Scooty, scooties. Okay, let's fact check on that. Numbers can be used with count nouns. Yes. You can't say I'm 3 hungry, 4 hungry. I'm 3 hungry, 3 times angry. No. Only with concrete nouns do we use numbers. 3 hens, 2 boys, 1 idea or a single idea. All this is possible. Okay. Here is where your subject verb agreement comes into picture. The cover of that book tells us nothing. The cover is singular, third person. So we use yes with the main verb in simple present. Plural count nouns. The whales were swimming very close to shore. So the first subject verb agreement rule is singular subject will take singular verb, plural subject takes plural verb. We will deal with more such rules when we discuss subject verb agreement, pronoun antecedent agreement. Actually, I have created content for pronoun antecedent agreement since pronoun is a part of speech. Okay. Non-count nouns are often substances such as water or ice, which cannot easily be counted, or they may be abstract ideas, intelligence, honesty, rain, money, grass, oxygen, laughter, confidence. His confidence has been very high. I recently came across a question paper. The confidence of students have been impeccable or something. Is there an error? Quickly reply to me in chat now. The sentence is, the confidence of my students have been impeccable, have been kept alive, or have been improved multifold. Is this sentence correct? The confidence of my students have been. No, it's incorrect. Can anyone quickly share on chat what part of the sentence is defective, or which part of the sentence has the error? The confidence of my students have been great or have been increasing. So it has to be the confidence of my students has increased, because confidence is have been is a mistake. Very good. Have been is an error, because your verb should not agree with students, which is plural, but the actual subject is confidence. So that's why we start with basics. These are abstract noun, and no abstract noun could carry a plural verb because they don't have a plural form. The reason why I start with basics is that later on, when we discuss subject verb agreement, there are about 30 plus rules. When we discuss in detail, then you should quickly understand nouns are of two kinds. Abstract nouns do not have plural form. So you need to be very careful in picking out the error. Good. Okay, non-count nouns do not pluralize. Our teacher gives a lot of homeworks. Homeworks. Incorrect. Why? It is abstract. Homework, though we all understand what homework is, you can't physically touch it and say like a pen or a pencil, this is homework. So homework is abstract, therefore pluralizing abstract noun is an error. It's incorrect. Our teacher gives a lot of homework. So these are very basics. Let's be very clear on that. And yes, some form of works, correct. Now, here are some ways of forming your plural. Tooth, teeth, mouse, mice, man, men, woman, women, child, children. Now, quickly give me some examples where we categorize, and this is another form. We talk about nouns. We are with nouns. Give me other examples of nouns which undergo internal changes in spelling to form plural. Within the word, for example, tooth is a 5-letter word. We don't add yes or es or ies to make it plural. Instead, we change the spelling within. So tooth becomes teeth. Similarly, man, men. Now let's think of words which, now niece, nephew is a gender. Please do not confuse gender with singular and plural. Give me examples which resemble tooth, teeth, man, men, and the condition is number of words should be the same. For example, child and children is a different category. Child is a 5-letter word, whereas children is a 7-letter word. Let's restrict to this. Think of words which take a plural with the same number of letters, but with some internal changes. Change in spelling. Quickly. House. Houses, no. House. The entire spelling is retained. You just add an S. Okay. Keep thinking on it. Maybe when we come back to class for further discussion, my first activity would be to get examples from you regarding singular and plural. The condition is number of letters should be the same, but spelling should be different. I've given you 2 examples here: tooth, teeth, man, men. Okay. And there are some count nouns which do not have a plural form. And now I need guys to be active. Give me some examples. There are a lot of examples which do not have a plural form. Because in error spotting and in subject-verb agreement, police, okay, the police has come or have come. Mostly it is have come. But we do not have a foot, feet. Very good. Sheikh Ishrat. Congratulations. This is what I was expecting. So the same letter of words, the number of letters remain the same with internal changes. Foot, feet. Great. Now, moving on to words that do not have a plural form. Quickly give me some example. These are words that do not have a plural form. Could be abstract, could be concrete. Both. Fish is concrete. It's an animate living thing. It's incorrect to use words. It's incorrect to pluralize it. We don't use fishes. Right? Furniture is not plural. Scenery is not plural. People is plural in itself. Will one of you quickly come on chat, tell me what is the singular of people? What could be the singular of people if I refer to one individual? Quick. People is plural. People, you refer to student. Person, very good, Divakar. Good. Person. Okay. Now, moving on to usage of proper nouns when it comes to proper noun form. This is something very important. I would instruct that I request students to take notes on this, because if you forget things, probably you will miss out on marks. So these are thumb rules, like how you study rules in mathematics. There are certain rules in language too. We form abstract nouns. Many abstract nouns are formed by adding different suffixes, some with ness, ity, tion. Now, so for happy, the happy is an adjective, happiness is the noun. Formality, gradation, right? Now look at these two words, centrality, not centralness. Extensiveness, not extensivity. Now let me throw some light on that. The central placement of the new building will make it easy to reach from any place on campus. It is incorrect to use centralness. So certain nouns take NESS. But be careful. Note this, and I'm going to ask you about difference between these two nouns. There is brief. What is the brief? Is an adjective. Quickly give it on chat. What is the noun form of brief? He has made his essay really brief. It's an adjective. So what is appreciated by everybody? The state of being brief. His dash is appreciated by the faculty. He has conveyed his message briefly. Now, what is the noun form of brief? Brief is adjective. Briefly is adverb. He has conveyed his message quite briefly. He has made a brief statement. Give me the noun form. He is known for his dash. Let me check who gives me the right answer. Briefing. Briefing is a noun, a summary. You give a briefing. Brevity, very good. Brevity. Brevity is spelled with I or E. Can you have a quick check on that? Brevity. Okay. Brevity, briefness. There are two noun forms of this word. Briefness is also a word in the dictionary. You can check it. Brevity is also a word in the dictionary. So what goes well? Now, my first sentence is, he is known for his brevity. He always writes to the point. Correct. Brevity is the correct spelling. B-R-E-V-I-T-Y. Now, so Mr. Suresh or Ramesh, could be anybody. This student is known for his brevity. He always expresses everything very briefly. Briefness is also a noun. So you will have to check where brevity is acceptable, where briefness is acceptable. Similarly here, the explanation given here is, in the sentence, central placement is better than centrality because we are not talking about an abstract quality belonging to the new building. We are talking about its specific site. So this building, for example, the library building or the sports building or the research club building, is at the center. The centrality of this building makes it convenient for anybody to access it quickly from the main gate. but not the centralness. Centralness is an abstract idea because most of the abstract nouns form with NESS, ITY, TION, but there are differences. And then the difficulty lies in choosing the best noun form for a specific sentence. For example, the following two words are both abstract nouns with similar meanings. Both are in the dictionary. Just now I pointed out brevity and briefness. There is one more. Fragility and fragileness. They both are noun. The author argued that culture's fragility was the main problem. Here, fragility is used rather than fragileness, which sounds awkward. So, here is your home assignment. Tomorrow, when I meet you at 6:30, I believe tomorrow the class will start on time, 6:30, because today it's an introductory session. We had a lot of guests talking about the importance of verbal. And tomorrow at 6:30, when the session starts, the first 10 to 15 minutes will be a quick recap of the technicalities that was discussed today, right from categorizing noun and what are the nuances of using the correct abstract noun. I've given you 3 examples. For example, difference between centrality and centralness, extensiveness and extensivity, fragility and fragileness, and one more, that is brevity and briefness. Now, your homework is to identify 10 such words which has both the forms as noun form, something with ITY, something ending in NESS. What is the right usage? Sir, we use this particular word, this particular noun form that ends in ITY in this condition because it sounds right. But we will have to use this noun form that ends in NESS in this context because there that sounds right. If you could do this homework right, then you are on the process of excelling your own writing skills. That's the actual practice. All the academicians and the HR personnel who spoke in the beginning of the session today insisted on. Start learning on the nuances of language and its usage. That gives the edge. Every single mark in a Tier 1 company's aptitude test counts. And at times they go in depth and try to understand your mastery over language. So it is these nuances, little nuances, that gives you an edge and helps you score better than your competitors. Now, one more example, productiveness and productivity. It's incorrect to use productiveness of the staff. We rather use the revised shift schedule increased the productiveness of the staff or product. It's productivity, not productiveness. It's productivity. And similarly, narration and narrative. Quickly make notes of these, and when we come back tomorrow, you guys have to throw some light on the differences between same word when used in different contexts. Where do we use the word with ITY? Where do we use with NESS? Okay, narration. Here it's the difference between TION and IVE. In this slide, we saw the difference between NESS and ITY for the same word, and here it is narration and narrative as a noun. This is not similar to adjective and noun. For example, information. I received a lot of information from today's session. Here, information is a noun. The session was very informative. Here, is this a noun? Quickly respond to me on chat. My first sentence is, today I received a lot of information from today's class. The word information is underlined. And the question is identify the part of speech. What is the part of speech of information in this sentence? I received a lot of information in today's class. It's now good. I am rephrasing the sentence. Today's class was very informative. Today's class was very informative. Now the last word, informative, is underlined. Very good, Haima. Adjective. So please do not get confused. Here, narration and narrative. Okay, now, to ensure that you guys have a clear understanding of these two usage, narration. Type a sentence using this word narration as a noun. Quickly, someone type a sentence using narration as a noun. And quickly another sentence just behind the previous sentence, first sentence. Use narrative as a noun. I'll give you one. The narration of the story. I'm talking about a novel. The narration of Sunita is awesome. Very good. The narrative of Sunita is awesome. That's also a noun. For example, the narration of the story was awesome. Could be in a movie or in a short story, in a novel. It's a first person narrative. The story makes use of a first person narrative or a third person narrative. Narrative is also a noun. For example, if you are given a sentence like this and a list of choices to choose from, if you find both narration and narrative in the option, the dash that went along that movie was very loud and expensive. You shouldn't be tempted to use narrative. We should use narration here because the context tells this very specifically. A spoken accompaniment to a film, which is called the narration. If it is a short story, for instance, their narrative might fit in better. Here it is a oral narration. In a movie, it's a oral narration. The narrator of the story who orally communicates it. If it happens to be a novelist or a short story writer, then when it is given in a written form, narrative goes well. That okay. So these are the nuances that you have to be very clear about. Shouldn't get confused in the verbal test. So some nouns look very close, but they mean different things. The noun employee is a person who works for wages. We all know that. Wages or salary. I'm an employee of an institution. You are an employee of an organization. The noun employee means the state of being employed. He is employed. I have been in the employee of the college for 4 months is incorrect. I have been in the state of being employed. Employer, employee, and employee. Okay, here I have a quick question. Now, in the chat, let me check who gives me the correct answer first. I'm going to give you a word. You're going to tell me what part of speech is that. Tell me whether that word belongs to noun, verb, adjective, adverb, preposition, or conjunction. The word emotional. My friend is very emotional. The word emotional is underlined, and you will have to give me the part of speech. Identify the part of speech of the underlined word. Very good. Adjective, Sadaf. It's an adjective. Very good, Lohita. Now, give me the other parts of speech. Give me the noun of emotional. What is the noun from where the other things get derived? Very good. Emotion. Emotionally is the adjective. What is the verb form? Give me the verb form. One of the very difficult, tricky questions asked 2 years back. I still remember. It's a Tier 1 company. What is the verb form of emotion? You can Google. and give me the correct verb form of the word emotion. I'm a soft skills trainer with 18 plus years of experience. I have learned it somewhere, but I have forgotten. That question really challenged me, and I had to refer. So, if that's the case with me, remember you are about to graduate. Emotionalize, okay, emotionalized, okay. Check the meaning of emote, E-M-O-T-E. Someone check and give me the dictionary meaning here, emote. So it is the verb form of that, emote. Questions will not be simple. Questions will be at a different level. For example, check the word emote and give me the meaning here. Now, okay, by the time you check that, I'm going to give you another word. You are going to give me the part of speech. To give expression to emotion, especially in acting. This is the verb form. This is the verb form. Yes, in a theoretical manner. Emote is the verb. Emotion is the noun. Emotional. Adjective, emotionally. Okay. Now, punish. P-U-N-I-S-H. What part of speech is this? Punish. Quick, you shouldn't take more than a second. Verb. Very good, Ishrat. Punish is a verb. We don't have a second thought about that. Give me the noun form of punish quickly. Within a second, I should get it. Punishment. Very good. Now give me the adjective with the same speed. I need the adjective form of the verb punishable. Okay. One more. Punishable. If you continue to be late to class, dash measures will be instigated against you. Will you say punishable measures? What is the adverb? Okay, let's consider punishable. It's a punishable offense. Yes. Give me the adverb. Will you simply add ly? Punished? No. No, punished is the past tense of punish. Punisher is the person. I don't think such a word exists. Punisher. Punishingly. No, I'm not getting the right word. First of all, there is another adjective. Now, try to fill in my sentence. If you continue being late, for example, there is a student who often comes to class, and there is a strict warning given by the HOD, and still he continues to be late. He brushes aside the warning, and there is a strict instruction given. If you continue to be late, dash measures will be instigated against you. Punitive, P-U-N-I-T-I-V-E. Go refer to that. Give me the meaning on chat quickly. Punitive. Punitive measures. No, not punishable measures. Give me the meaning of punitive. I have given you the answer. Give me the meaning from the dictionary. Punitive, what does it mean? Punitive measures. Also check if an inflicting or intended as punishment. Very good. So this is the appropriate exact adjective. Punishable is fine. We use it in common parlance. But what if in the choice, there are 4 choices given and there is punitive? You will choose something else, because if you are not sure that punitive is the adjective form of punishment, you will end up missing that. So the key takeaways are: widen your reading habit, listen to news, read to news items, editorial columns. You should always remain ahead of your competitors in terms of vocabulary. Now, punitive, also check if there is the adverb possible for that, punitively. you will be dealt with punitively. Quickly check and acknowledge. Is punitively an adverb? If yes, give me a sentence. Quickly. Yes, give me a sentence. Frame a sentence. Check the meaning and quickly frame a sentence. Punitively. So punish, punishment, punishable or punitive, punitively. Okay. So next class, along with noun forms, same word with IT or NESS or with, what is this category? Yeah, TION, IVE and its usage. You will have to come up with some examples. Okay. We will move on. Now, hate. My hate of him has me turning red is incorrect. It is hatred. The correct noun form is government will take punitive action against the company. Very good. Punitive action. Punitive is adjective. What kind of action? Punitive action. Government will take punitive action against the company. But check if punitively is an adverb from OED. Whenever you are checking facts of words, don't rely on any online resource. Exclusively search in OED, Oxford English Dictionary, Cambridge, Collins, or what else? What are the other authoritative forms? Even Macmillan, Webster. So Merriam-Webster, OED, police dealt with the thieves punitively. Very good, very good. So punitively is the adverb, punitive is adjective, punish is verb, punishment is noun. Punishable is also an adjective, but if we want to derive an adverb, actually the question was the adverb form of the following words. So most of my students got stuck with the adverb. Exam, examine, exam. What is exam? Examine, examiner, examination. Is there an adjective form? Exam is a noun. It's the brief-end form of examination. It's a noun. Examine is the verb. Examined. Is examined a verb? Like, is it an adjective? Okay, examine. Right. Examined is a verb. What is the adjective form? Does exam have an adjective form? Check and let me know. Okay, I'll come back to it a little later. We have a long way to go. Today's class, I'll quickly, for the next 5-10 minutes, I will cover as much as possible. So this, we have many more mileage to drive. No, it's incorrect. We have many more miles to drive. Now, circle the incorrect noun form in each sentence. Now you go, quick. In every minute, there should be 4 or 5 answers. What is the first one? Dine. Very good. Also, give me the correct one. Dine is incorrect. If you are given to make corrections, what is the replacement? The correct replacement for the noun dine. Restaurants or hotels. Good. Second one. Yeah, restaurants or hotels is the replacement. How do you plan to earn a life after you have finished with school? Quick, you shouldn't take more than a few seconds. Less than 5 seconds, you should. The moment you read, you should be able to pick on the wrong usage. After you are finished, no, we are talking about noun. Don't worry about after you finish the school or finish with school. Okay, is it okay to say earn a life or earn a living? How do you earn a life? Or do you say if you want to know the means in which someone earns? Yeah, correct. How do you make a living? At times it will be very confusing. It might sound to be a correct sentence, but You need to be attention to details. That's what many companies do give in their job description, attention to details. Okay, we'll quickly move on to the third question. The citizens are concerned that their new security legislation will restrict their freeness. Freedom, good. Yes, you do have a quiz, of course, but that you will have a different set of questions. This is a part of your understanding. Quick. It was a superstitiousness that led him to avoid walking under the ladder. What is the misconception? No, you don't have to give a new superstition. Very good. You don't have to completely replace it with a new one. Correct the usage, noun usage, superstition. Okay. Fifth one. The soldier raised their arm, hand flat and straight in a military salutation to their seniors. What's wrong? The error is with the number. Now give me the answer. I've given you a clue. Give me the answer. His harm. Very good. Is or her harm. The soldier. And if you want to retain there, you will have to pluralize soldier. You can make it either ways. Either it is the soldiers raised their arm or the soldier raised his arm or her arm. Okay. Sixth one, quick. The locality of the closing ceremony has yet to be decided by the faculty. Make it fast. What is incorrect? Very good, the location. And if you want a better word, the venue. Since it is locality, you go with some relevant correct form. Location is fine. Seventh one. This is a bit tricky. Might seem okay at the first sight, but still an improvement is required. Being among the readers make daily life easier. I can read signs, complete forms, and follow the simple instruction of a recipe. Quick. Easier. No, we don't deal with adjectives here. It's about, we will discuss on a different topic. We do have corrections and adjectives, but here we deal with nouns. So focus on that. Readers, yes, correct. Reader. Oh, you're making it singular. What's wrong? Being among the readers. There are many readers who could read. But is this readers okay? What is the person trying to say? Science is about reading the signs on the roads. Reader with a capital R? No. It's a bit tricky. It's a bit tricky. Now, being a singular, so makes, there's no subject of agreement. What the reader means to say is being among the literates, people who could read and write. Reader doesn't mean a news reader or a newspaper reader. What he means is being among the literate group makes daily life easier because he can get help from them, or he can read with their guidance, read signs, complete forms, and instructions, complete instruction of a recipe. So here, if these readers get replaced by literates, then that would be okay. Traditio, is that a different? Credentials. Next one is credential. Credit. Okay. I'm not going to give credentials. Credentials is your academic scores or something to do with academics or qualification. I'm not going to give you credits or credit or credits. Credit to the claim that eating turnips will improve my something, the quality of life. Okay, ninth one, quick. I see only the same set of students responding, 5, 6, 7 of them. What about the rest? So your participation will be very much appreciated, and you will have to participate in the discussion, follow up discussion as well. Yes, Logeshwari. Students, At spring break, students like to make a pilgrim to warmer climates. I don't find anything incorrect about students. It's spelled right. Students, yes. Why do you replace that? Error is somewhere else. Pilgrimage, very good. Pilgrim is the person who goes to the temple on a pilgrimage. So pilgrimage is the correct noun form. Very good, Sadaf. The last one, quick. I keep a diary so my thoughts and feelings are recorded for perpetualism. Here you really need some brains to correct it. Let me check who has. No, don't worry about the verbs. We are discussing nouns now. I keep, I kept could be a regular activity, simple present. I keep a diary so my thoughts and feelings are recorded for. Perpetualized, recorded for perpetualized. No, you're complicating. Good attempt though. Perpetualism. There is one answer. This question even puzzled me for a second. I reread it and somehow I got the answer. I keep a diary so my thoughts and feelings are recorded for permanence. Permanence is the correct noun here. Actually, perpetualism is to retain something for a longer period. So the noun permanence is the correct option. And if you come across that in the choice, it has to be permanence. I keep a diary so my thoughts and feelings are recorded for permanence. So this is a very simple activity, exercise 1. Identify the nouns in the following passage. So quickly, just in the chat mode, give me the nouns alone. How many nouns do we have? The first sentence that ends in village. How many nouns quickly? Countryside is a noun. Village is a noun. Again, in the second part of the sentence, countryside, yes. Postman, letters, greengrocer, shirt, vegetables. Very good. Countryside, village, postman. Sadaf, you're very active. Your response is very much appreciated. Thank you very much, Sadaf. So countryside, village, postman, letters, greengrocer, shirt, and vegetable. Very good. Now, pronoun is very simple. Before I take you through the topics one by one, the importance of word formation and parts of speech lies in your ability to answer my questions very clearly. We will come back and discuss it tomorrow. Quickly, I'll take you through this presentation. But what I'm really interested in is, are you good at this? This is my challenge. So you have a list before you. Identify the part of speech and derive the other forms. So in the first blank, you will have to fill what part of speech does the given word fall into categorically. Where will you categorize it? Excellently. Very good, Monica. It's an adverb. Now quickly form the other parts of speech. What is the noun, verb, and adjective form? Go in this order. Noun, verb, adjective, and adverb. Excellence is the noun. Very good. Give me the verb. Excellent is the adjective. I need the verb. Noun is followed by verb. Give me the verb of excellence. This is what you need to master if you want to score marks in the verbal section. Not the rules and the definition. Knowing that is important, but you need to apply, practice. Now quickly give me the verb form of excellence. It's easy. Come on. Think. Very good, Jyoti. Very good. I would like to excel in data analytics, excel in cloud computing. Excel is the verb, excellence is the noun, excellent is adjective, excellently is adverb. Now, mystery, second one. Quick. Solve the first 5. Mystery. What part of speech is that? Mystery is a noun. Very good. Verb, adjective, adverb. Quickly. History. What is the verb form? Mysterious is adjective. Mysteriously is adverb. Verb. No one has given me the verb. Very good, Jyoti. Mystify. To mystify someone. Mystify is the verb. Mysterious is adjective. Mystery is noun. Mysteriously. Very good. Now attract. Very good, Lohita. Mystify is the verb. Attract. Quite easy. Attract is verb. Yes. Give me the other forms. Noun, adjective, and adverb. If you could do it quickly, then you have mastered parts of speech. Attraction. Attraction is the noun. Adjective. Attractive. Very good, Sadaf. Attractive is the adjective. Adverb. Attractively. Superb. Now, skip the other things. Go to the seventh one quickly. 7, 8, and 9. Because it's technically it's a bit tricky. Give me the answer for the seventh one. Noun, brief, very good. Give me the verb form. What is the verb form of brief? Briefing. Briefing is a noun. Briefs, no, you cannot pluralize a noun and make it a verb. Briefing, I think, is a noun. You can, one of you can quickly check and confirm that. Is briefing once the briefing is over, students can disperse to the lab. Briefing is a noun. It can't be a verb. Please cross-check and update me if I'm wrong. Brief is adjective. Brevity is noun. I think briefing is a noun as well. Briefed? No. No. Okay, I'll give you an example. Think of this word, short. The word short is an adjective. It is short. What is the verb? What is the verb? To make something short. No. Derive word from this. Shortest is the superlative adjective. No. It's not shorted, it is shorten. Some of the adjectives will take en at the end to make it a verb. Briefen, shorten, lengthen. Give me other such words which forms a verb by adding en as a suffix at the end. I've given you 3 examples. Straighten, broken. It is broken. Broken is an adjective. Check. It is broken. I'll give you a quick clue how to immediately check whether a word is verb or a adjective. Mostly adjectives are preceded by auxiliary verb. He is tall, he is short, he is good, he is bad, he is intelligent, he is dumb, he is active. The glass is broken. It is either the past participle or an adjective, a broken piece of glass. Okay. Leo has raised hand. Let me check with him. Leo, I'm not sure if I can unmute you, but can you come on chat and raise your concern, quickly comment in the chat, Leo, rather than. Can you put it in chat, Leo, if you have anything important? Okay, good. So you wanted this explanation. Some adjectives take en as suffix to form a noun, sorry, to form a verb. For example, straight, straighten, brief, briefen, long. Now give me the answer for question number 8, long. What part of speech is that? Your lecture is very long. Long is adjective. The distance is very long. Length is the noun. Very good. Now give me the verb form of long, to make something very long. To make something long. Larger? No. There is no ing. Lengthen, en. To lengthen someone, something. To briefen, to shorten. So next class, you should lengthy, make it lengthy. Lengthy is adjective. To make it short. Okay, Leo, I understand. So you wanted an explanation on this. Now, certain adjectives such as brief, short, long, and then students, quickly give me some more examples which takes en. Fresh, freshen up. No, taken is given. No. That is past participle. I'm talking about verb forms. Briefen, shorten, lengthen, freshen, widen, W-I-D-E. You are confusing it with V1, V2, V3. No, we are talking about word formation. Wide is an adjective. What is the noun form of wide? The road is very wide. Wide is an adjective. Now, what is the noun form of wide? W-I-D-E. Quick. The road is 40 feet wide. If this is the answer, what will be your question? Frame a question to get this as answer. The answer for a very good width. What is the width of the road? What is the width of the road? No, not wideness. Check, Google it and check if wideness exists as a noun. We need to check on that. But width. What is the width of the road? That's the noun. What is the verb for the adjective wide? How wide is the road? Okay. What is the width of the road is the correct question. How wide is the road? Maybe informally you can ask that, but standard usage is what is the width of the road? Okay. Right. So these are examples of adjectives which take en as suffix to form verbs. Brief, short, long, fresh, wide. And there are a lot more. You can research and find it yourself. Okay. Now, suspect and answer 11 and 14. We have only 10 minutes to wind up, so quickly make it fast. Yes, Leo. Leo, you can comment on the chat. Smart is an adjective. Give me the noun, verb, adjective, everything about smart. Students, you can take a snap of this. I will scroll it up so that you can take a snapshot. Okay, with the heading. Take the first 10 and then I will scroll it down. You can take the next 10. There are 30 words here. Have you taken the first 10? Can I get an S in the chat? Take a snapshot. Smartness is noun. Verb. Verb for smart. Again, smart comes under this category of adjectives. That takes en. Smarten. Smartness is noun. Smart is adjective. Smartness is noun. To smarten your behavior. To make your behavior smart is smarten. Briefen, shorten, lengthen, freshen, widen, smarten. All form under the same category of words. Okay, if you have taken the snapshot of the first 10, I will scroll down. You can take 11 to 20. Yes. Take a snapshot of 11 to 20. If you are done, I'll scroll up. So take this. When you come for my class tomorrow, please do this homework. Ensure that you fill in this entire table. When I ask you for answers, you can quickly post on chat. So for tomorrow's class, we have planned for synonyms and antonyms, and before that, we need to have a clear understanding of word formation, word derivation from one part of speech to another. Light, very good. Light is also the adjective which takes en. Lighten, brighten, smarten, briefen, shorten, lengthen, freshen. We have a complete a list of about 20 plus adjectives in that category which takes en. So next class, when I ask you to quickly list a few adjectives wherein the derivation of verbs is possible by using an en as a suffix, you will have to quickly list this adjectives. Light, brief, short, long, fresh, wide, smart, and a few more you will have to research and find for yourself. So be ready with these 30 questions. You will have to solve all these, fill in that. And these practice tests, we will take it up one after the other. Okay. We are left with 5 more minutes. What you can do is I'll be available in chat if you have any. Oh, you need 1 to 10. Okay. Here it is. I will stop it here. You can take a picture of this. Take a snap. 1 to 10. Shall I scroll? Tell me when can I scroll? Okay, now I am scrolling. You can take the next 10. 10 to 20. Take a quick snapshot. Now 30. Tomorrow we will quickly run through the entire PDF. Of course, you will have some interesting questions on antonyms and synonyms, places where we are bound to commit a mistake and what could go wrong if you are not thorough with the rules. We will discuss more about that. And of course, be prepared with whatever input I have given in this class about word formation, the appropriate adjective and adverbs of certain words which we may not be familiar with. Such words can pop up in the verbal test. Am I clear with is correctness? Yes, correctness is the noun. Correct, correctness, corrective measures like punitive measures. Corrective measures will be taken. Corrective. He spoke correctly. Correctly is the adverb. Correctness is the noun. Correct is adjective. Corrective measures. Corrective is also an adjective. Okay. Correctness. Appropriateness. Appropriate. Similar to this. Correct. Appropriate. Appropriateness is the correct noun form. We have a doubt because we don't use it in common language. But correctness is the, how do I ensure the correctness of your answer? I should Google it, find correctness is the noun. Appropriateness. Okay. Now, students, before we call it a day for today, please comment on the chat if you have understood everything thoroughly. Is there anything should I repeat or not clear about the concepts that we discussed? Basically, we discussed parts of speech, word formation, especially with nouns. There might be two forms of nouns, and we should learn the appropriate usage of particular noun in which context. We shouldn't get it wrong. And then we had some more examples, words that might be confusing in the same parts of speech. And then I took you through a quick assessment on your ability to derive words. That is pretty much it for today. So quickly you can tell me if something is not clear or something you need more examples so that I can work on that for tomorrow's class and we can start from there. So now you will have to give me some information tomorrow. You will have to check words which have two noun forms like briefness, brevity, and those examples that you have noted down, and should tell me, sir, this is applicable in this format, and this is, do a bit of homework, research. It will be interesting for you to learn. Everything is understandable. Okay. Thank you, Haima. Others, did you guys comprehend everything? Thank you, Pawan Kumar. Thank you very much. So be attentive, be interactive, do your homework. You will learn a lot of new things in my class. I'll be meeting you till Friday, 6:30 to 9. Be regular, do your homework. We will have a lot of new discussions. You will get to know a lot of new words, new rules, and you will get a clarity how to attend your verbal test. Very good. Thank you, Monica. Thank you, Pawan. And I expect a lot more students to interact. So please come prepared with your answers, especially complete this tabulation. If you have any doubts, we can discuss it in class. And tomorrow I will quickly run through the entire PDF and we will talk more about the other parts of speech, adjectives, errors in using adjectives, errors in using adverbs. So there will be similar forms as adverbs and adjectives. We will talk about those nuances and we will have some examples to discuss live in the session. So thank you all very, very much. You have been so very interactive. I loved this session as much as you did. It was very informative. Thank you. See you tomorrow.
Thank you, Tamil Chelvan. It was really very nice have you we having you here for today, and wherein you were able to train the students on these concepts. So definitely, we have, as Mr. Tamil Chelvan had mentioned, we will have the classes tomorrow starting from 6:30 sharp, wherein I believe he has also shared you assignments. So please come up with completed assignments. Please come up with your completed assignments. So that is the first step towards your learning and in enhancing your language skills, especially these aspects. So therefore, gradually you would be able to acquire more in terms of the verbal ability. Okay. So, well, on that note, I would also uh, share you the WhatsApp channel QR code. Request all the participants to scan this so that you would be able to join in. And whatever updates related to the classes, sessions, or any other, we would be able to keep you posted. So I'm just sharing the screen. Tamil Chelvan, could you
Yes,
please,
ma'am. Just a minute.
yeah,
Just a
stop.
minute.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Proceed.
Yeah. So I'm just sharing my screen with the QR code for WhatsApp channel. I would request all the participants who are present here to join our WhatsApp group so that any updates related to any kind of programs under XLR will keep you posted, and the upcoming events under Skill Up final year also would be updated here, whether it is in terms of a contest or the learning practice test papers or test announcements, anything regarding the Skill Up or under EXLR courses, you would be getting the updates. So it is my request to all the participants to join our WhatsApp channel group. And parallelly, Chandana, I would request you to share the registration link in the chat window.
Yes, Nitin, sure.
Yeah. So over to you, Chandana. You can take it forward from now.
Yeah, thank you so much. So, hello everyone, this is Chandana from XLR Solutions. Okay. You have any queries regarding LMS certificate, all the things, I will let you know. You can please ask the queries in the chat box. Okay. And today, many of the people joined newly. They don't know about these programs. So we have a LMS portal that you can access for session recordings, PPTs, quiz questions, assessments, all these things. So tomorrow I will explain about that. Don't miss it. And tomorrow I'm going to conduct quiz on programming skills. That Sunday we didn't cover that, so that I'm doing tomorrow. So don't forget and be prepared for that. Meanwhile, any questions, let me know in the chat box. Okay. I hope everyone joined our WhatsApp channel, and we will daily update you on the Zoom link and YouTube links. I have filled the registration twice but didn't get any mail. Okay, Priyanka, just drop an email to edl@xlr.com. Okay, they will check their your problem and they'll let you know. So this is our email ID. Ma'am, when the next quiz will start? So tomorrow I'm going to conduct a quiz on programming skills, Vijay Varma.
Yeah, all these updates related to the gift voucher or the class timings or the YouTube link, Zoom link, henceforth we will be updating in the WhatsApp channel. So if you are supposed to, if you are, regularly attending the classes on Skill Up final years and would want to know more, please join our WhatsApp channel so that you don't miss out on the class sessions. Especially the meeting links will be posted only in the WhatsApp groups.
Okay, where do we get quiz links? So you have to attend these sessions. In the session, I'm going to share the links. So from there, you can attend the quiz, Priyanka. We'll fill the registration link, but mail not came. So Please wait for 24 hours, it will come. Okay. Next quiz on tomorrow. This is a topic wise quiz. It's not subject wise. And one more thing, don't forget to mark your attendance. Attendance is mandatory for the certificate. Okay. Again, we have to register for this, ma'am. No, if you register for one time, that's enough. How can we get attendance? So now I'm sharing the feedback link. So fill that form. So it called as a attendance form. Okay. Okay, I hope there is no more questions. So we'll wind up the day and we'll meet on tomorrow. And weekdays we are having the session 6:30 to 9 o'clock. And weekends we have a programming classes. So that is a morning session 10:30 to 1 p.m. Okay. Where to mark attendance, ma'am? I'm sharing the feedback form, right? So in that you just fill attendance. It will take your attendance. Okay. Final classes are there, not final year classes. Means this is not only for final years. So we are allowing everyone to enhance their skills. Okay. Everyone can able to join, and we are providing certificates also for them. And we are providing placement assistance only for final year engineering students. Okay. Quizzes where, ma'am? So after completion of every topic, I'm going to conduct a quiz on the particular topic. So that quiz link you will get in a session. So you have to attend daily live sessions. In the session you will get, and you have to attend them. Okay. I hope Anusha, your query got cleared. Ma'am, what about evening session from tomorrow? Yeah, like we have a evening session in weekdays. So these verbal ability classes 6:30 to 9 p.m. Okay. 6:30 to 9 we are going to start. Okay then. So yeah, we'll meet on tomorrow. Up to then, take care. Bye bye. Good night.